We're getting ready to start this football game, first conference game of the 1999 season. Jerseyville is going to be receiving. Back for the Panthers will be Bidlack and Woolsey, Derek Woolsey, and on the far side, number 27, Nathan Smay. So we got some speed back there in Bidlack and Smay. And Woolsey will be seeing what Bidlack can do tonight. He had a big run against Mount Vernon last week, and he's anxious to get into the open again. Josh Sutton now ready to kick. Ball's teed up on the 40-yard line. The referee's hands in the air. And there's the whistle. Here comes the boot. It's high. It's going to Bidlack. He's going to pick it up on about the 15. Fumbles it a little bit, picks it up, runs right up the middle, looking for some running room, and he gets back to about the 20-yard line and brought down in there by the Bulldogs, number 43, John Moore. So the Panthers, after a little fumble on the kick, will take it on the 20 and try to put some points on the board early in this game. I think Coach Braden would like to score here quick and often. Coming to the far side, number 82, Greg Madsen. We have at quarterback, number 44, Brent Hawkins. John Wimmersberg, of course, over the ball, number 59. Hawkins, first handoff's Bidlack. He makes to the line, and he makes about 1 or 2 yards, and tackled in there by number 54, Ray Thornston for the Bulldogs.
I think maybe the biggest thing they have to overcome is hitting that hole quick enough, getting the cadence down, getting the snap, and getting the ball to the backs, and hitting that hole while it's open. It looked like we were just a little bit slow getting the ball.
They'll be a little tentative with the new quarterback, but he's played some quarterback. He played some quarterback at middle school and on up in the lower grades at the high school. This time Hawkins keeps it, tries to get around the outside. He's going to be hit about the 23-yard line on a keeper there, and it's going to be about second down and about 6 yards. Third down and about 6.
Well, guys, I think we're going to see a lot of Brent going around the end tonight. I think he's the fastest of the 3 quarterbacks on the team. Brian, welcome to your first broadcast. We missed you. Good to have you back.
Good to be here. It's a great night, isn't it? Beautiful night.
Beautiful, perfect night for football.
Greg Madsen back in the ball game. He's coming to the right side. We got splits left and right in the backfield. Setley and Bidlack as a tailback. Here comes the pitch to Bidlack. He's trying to get around the outside. Has some running room. Gets 5. He's first down at the 33-yard line. So Bidlack picks up a little running room and makes that first down. That was a pretty nice pitch from Hawkins there.
Yeah, Lance coming off 170 yards last week down at Mount Vernon, so it'll be good to get him off to a quick start.
12 here tonight as we pick up the first down with just 10:30 left in this ball game, just starting this first conference game.
Let's take a look at the replay here.
There's the quick pitch, and Bidlack scoots around there. We're back to live action. Ball on the 31-yard line. Quick handoff in there to Setley this time, and he bulls his way forward almost up to the 39-yard line. Stopped in there by Ian Buenig from the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, Steve Setley's turned into one of those prototypical Panther workhorses, really doing well on the inside. He complements Lance Bidlack well. That's both with a lot of speed, however.
Yeah, he did a great job there just keeping his feet going, and he picks up 5 yards.
This has to be one of the quickest Panther teams we've had, with every member in the backfield there possessing some speed. We got splits on the left and the right side. Hawkins for his first pass of the evening. Nice short pass underneath the coverage there to number 27, Nathan Smay. He picks up the first down. The ball's up to the 48-yard line. Credit there to some of those offensive line, giving Hawkins some time to throw the ball.
Let's take a look at Hawkins' first attempt as the Panther QB right there, beautifully executed to Nathan Smay for a big gain.
And Hawkins ready to take the snap. Pro set for the Panthers. Quick handoff into Bidlack. Bidlack scooting around the outside. He's got some room. Needs one man to beat. He's into the open field and gets up to about, the referee says he stepped out of bounds on about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, guys, I really look for Lance to have a big night tonight against this Waterloo Ball Club.
Waterloo, they say, is a young team, though last year they really gave us a good ball game.
New coach. They said they've got a lot of young and new kids.
A lot of new
this
guys.
Year.
Looks like he picked up the first down.
I tell you, I guess the big matchup of the week, and I'm sure we have a couple coaches there, is that CM Highland game.
We were talking about that earlier before you got up here. We'd like to get a score on that as we go down and pass it on.
Is that a CM or Highland?
I believe it's
Hawkins,
it's CM.
Looking for somebody to pass to, makes a wise choice and eats the ball there. And that was a pretty smart play on his
Ref had the flag out ready to throw, and he tucked it back in. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think they were looking for the tight end dump there, and he read it well and wasn't there, and he ate it. So.
Is that Quinn Shortle in there playing tight end?
I think
now?
so. On this side it was. Going back to that easy slant they started out as Brent's first pass, I think that was a good, safe pass for him to throw, builds a little confidence.
Quinn Shortle at the tight end. We got strong side right. Settling gets the ball off the
big hole
tackle,
there by the offensive line.
And he picks up another first down. So Panthers being able to move the ball on the ground at will on the Waterloo Bulldogs. Got a replay
Look at the
coming
big
up
hole
here,
guys, on the near side. Who is it? Big Luke Callow.
Big hole.
Tell you what, this is nothing spectacular, but I tell you what, the Panthers are putting together a nice drive thus far.
Panthers with wide receiver on the left side. Hawkins fumbles the ball, picks it up, tries to get a yard or two, but pretty much gets back to the line of scrimmage. A little problem with the snap on that. Has to be a little to get used to in actual action here from Wimmersburg. Looked like the snap didn't seem to be too bad. I think he just got a little bit in a hurry there and just dropped the ball.
You're going to expect some of that. You just want to keep that to a minimum and do what he did there and just try to make something out of a broken play.
Todd Ringhausen, number 86, now on the far side. And it looks like we ought to have a flag on the play as Waterloo had too many people on the floor, but Bidlack picks up the first down up to about the 10-yard line. Waterloo was running people off the field when the play started, but I don't see a flag. So
boy, Lance looks good.
Lance Bidlack takes advantage of the little mix-up on the defense of the Waterloo Bulldogs and picks up another first down. Panthers not having any problems with first down. Have 15, 16 yards now for the touchdown. Bidlack and Setley remain in the backfield. Quinn Shortle at the tight end. On a keeper, Hawkins picks up 5 down to about the 7-yard line.
Panthers have had success with that play in the past, running that quarterback straight forward like that.
It helps when you have a couple of good tackles or guards in there, right up the middle with Wimmersburg Keene at there, and Danny Updike and Jake Warford on each side. Both pretty strong big kids, able to play their position and improving each game.
Combine that with a 6'3" quarterback, he can fall for about 3 yards, right?
That's right, that helps. Tallness is good. This time to Bidlack, he's got running room, and he's going to be marked on about the 1 foot line, it looks like.
Well, I tell you what, I've noticed early in the game thus far, they're really running to that Warford Luke Callow side. That's definitely going to be the strong side. Those two kids got a lot of experience last year as sophomores, and they're doing a great job for us on that side of the offensive line.
Here's the replay on this play. Bidlack just
missed it.
Think he'll put it in here, guys? We have 1 foot to go at 6:56 in the first quarter of this first conference game. Brent Hawkins hands it to Setley, and it's touchdown. Steve Setley with the short 1-footer powers his way into the end zone, and Jerseyville goes up 6-0 here at 6:49 left in this ball game.
What was that, about a 70-yard drive to start the game?
Started on the 20.
Started on the 20.
All right. Nothing like smash mouth football.
Yeah.
Nothing really long, but we picked up the first downs. Number 87, Pat Claywell for the extra point. Gives the Panthers a 7-0 lead here in this first quarter. Well, we'll see what the Bulldogs have to offer offensively and see if the Panthers can continue their good defensive effort that they've had in the last 3 games. Their first game, I think the best team was the Jacksonville Crimsons, and they've gone on to win all of the rest of their ball games. That was a good ball team that we beat in Jacksonville to open this season.
That was.
Coaches were real excited after that game because the thing they kept saying is that the Panthers got better throughout that game. In the past couple of game ones, we broke that streak we'd had, and they didn't get better in games. They got worse, so they were real happy with that. And it just propelled them into two great weeks in a row against Granite City and Mount Vernon. Well, Brian, game one we sort of named Chris Greeling our kamikaze.
I saw that. I caught that on the replay.
Hopefully we even had him on the stars of the game. He was pretty excited. I went up to him. I said, Chris, I want to talk to you after the game. And he goes, what for? I said, you're the kamikaze. He's pretty excited.
John Perdun, number 21, looking for the tackle this time. And the boot goes down to about the 12-yard line, picked up in there by the Bulldogs, and will pick up some of those runners. He's got running room. He gets up to about the 35 as there was a little miscoverage. Tackled in there by number 46 for the Panthers, Ben Bishop, the sophomore.
And that looked like that was going to be something big there, and it closed up all of a sudden. But nonetheless, they had pretty decent field position at the 37-yard line.
Well, in the two years we've played Waterloo, the one thing I have noticed is they really play tough. No matter what they've got on the field, they play tough.
Waterloo. First chance of the offense, has a man in the slot. They tried a little run up the middle, and he's hit just at about a 1-yard gain. Number 38, their ball carrier, Eric Zuka. And who picked up the tackle there? Did you pick it up?
It was a host of Panthers, we'll say.
I saw 67 get up there last.
Danny Updike, huh?
Yeah, it was Danny Updike.
Well, I tell you, the Bulldogs have only scored 2 touchdowns so far this season, so that doesn't bode well against this tough Panther defense.
Chris Erickson, number 12, is their quarterback. He's got 3 men in the backfield, and he's going to give it to the tailback. And number 23 gets some running room there. Todd Seibert, and he picks up a first down, gets up to about the 47-yard line. So the Bulldogs having a little success running against the Panthers.
Looked like we missed some tackles there.
Different set that time.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of a set that was. They had 2 men on this side. We'll see what they do this time as Chris Erickson, number 12, brings up the Bulldogs. And the pitch goes to number 23 again, Seibert, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, has battled his way up, finally hit in there by 45, Quinn Shartle, after he picks up about 2 yards.
Quinn did a good job coming up there and sticking him, slowing him down at least.
Quinn Shartle getting the...
Looks like Mean Dean's shaking up down there, Raj. I saw him limping off, and they're looking at him on the sidelines.
Got a little dinger, did he?
Yep. He was limping a little down there.
The Bulldogs at about the 48-yard line. And we look for an inside handoff there, and he runs right into Bidlack.
Boy, Lance did a nice job filling there. Little
safety
misdirection.
spot. And the Bulldogs still pick up about 3 yards. The experience of staying where you're supposed to be. Because there was a hole there had he have gone with the fake. Third down, about 5. 4:46 left as the Bulldogs make a little progress on the ground against the Panthers. They haven't thrown the ball yet. We may see that coming up here pretty quick as Chris Erickson takes a look around. This time a little reverse, and Bidlack again comes up from his spot
tackle there
and stops it for no gain. Number 30, Ian Brunig, the ball carrier for the Waterloo Bulldogs. Comes the replay. We'll see Bidlack come up from the safety spot. He should be coming into your picture there. And along with number 23, Mark Angleton makes the tackle. 4th down. And the Bulldogs are going to be punting from about the 42-yard line. Dropping back is Madsen and Smay. Here comes the kick. It's a pretty nice kick. Smay's going to let it hit, and it's going to hopefully get into the end zone. It didn't, and Panthers are going to put it on play about on the 1-yard line. So the ball didn't bounce too well. We saw that happen in Jacksonville also that the ball on this grass is so thick that it doesn't get the normal bounce that you would expect.
Yeah.
The lawn is
Especially
in
with
excellent, or the grass is in excellent shape. It's soft, and that ball didn't really bounce like Smay thought it was going to. So the Panthers are going to be deep, about as deep as you can get. So the Panthers are going to be running out of the end zone to start this second series. 7-0, 3:40 left in this ball game.
Well, guys, I'm going to break a little tradition here. I'm going to put Chris Bray on the air in my spot, and I'm going to do a little on-field work tonight.
All right.
Try to bring you some human interest story. Chris did a heck of a job for us last week, so he'll be up in just a few minutes.
Okay. Brent Hawkins out of the end zone. He's going to keep. I said he was going to keep the ball. We'll have to. Ben Bishop, the sophomore, got the call, and it looks like he got about 4 yards, and that's going to give him just a little bit of running room. It's going to be second down and about 6.
Tell you, both teams really keeping the ball on the ground. We're going to be out here before 9 o'clock tonight, aren't we, the way this is shaping up?
Keep this moving. Brent Hawkins getting his first start as a varsity quarterback. Setley and Bishop in the backfield. Splits left and right. The handoff this time is to Setley. And he picks up to about the 18-yard line. We have Chris Bray with us. Chris, good to have you back again. Got your interview down there on the field with Brett and got a good analysis of the game. What's your comment so far?
Well, it looks like the Panthers have really had control of the offensive line and against Waterloo's defensive line, and they've been able to drive the ball right up the middle.
Like Brian said, nothing too fancy. Just keep the ball on the floor. Let Hawkins get his feet under him. And we'll pop a pass here in just a minute. Quick pitch out to Smay. He's trying to get around the outside. He's got some running room. He's up to a first down and one tackler to beat. And he would have picked up another 20 yards. He does pick up the first down. The ball on about the 25-yard line. And a Panther first down.
Tough to beat speed. Waterloo ran a play similar to that a while ago, and it looked like something was going to be there. But the closing speed of Bidlack came in and just stopped the play there. There you have Smay getting around the outside, picking up the first down.
It looks like the Waterloo linebackers might have a little bit of trouble getting to their running backs outside.
We've got the speed. Hawkins dropping deep this time to pass as he rolls out this side. He's looking for the middle pass to 45. Shortle, and goes incomplete.
Looked like there Brent almost had a guy breaking deep, but he just went for the short man over the middle.
Yeah, it looked like Setley lined up out here, wasn't it? Is that who that was?
It was Setley, or I think it might have been Todd Ringhausen.
Ringhausen is probably who it was. 86 is probably who that was.
We'll see now out of the ball game as Bidlack is back in. To the near side is Todd Ringhausen. Here comes the ball. The carry goes to Bidlack. Bidlack makes a spin, but he's grabbed by the shirt and pulled down on the 29-yard line. I'll tell you, another kid that can throw the ball is Todd Ringhausen. He got a wing on him.
Well, maybe we'll put him in the backfield and do the old halfback
that's
option.
what I was thinking.
You know?
That old, he's got a pretty good baseball pitcher, I think.
May not need that play tonight, though.
No.
Maybe we'll save
the
one.
secrets. Bidlack and Setley. Smay to the left side. Shartle to the near. Hawkins dropping deep, looking for the pass, and he's overthrew the intended receiver Smay and almost picked off there by the defensive back number 14, Nathan Wetters, for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up fourth down, and the Panthers are going to have to punt it away.
That may have been one of those passes where Hawkins really isn't in rhythm yet because he hasn't taken the number of snaps in practice, and usually he'll make that throw, but that time he just released a little high.
Yep.
Nathan Smay back to punt for the Panthers. He's going to be at the 15-yard line. Does a little limbering up. Here's the snap. It's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be picked up on about the 37-yard line by number 15, Martin. He's trying to get around the outside, and number 45 finally brings him down there for the Panthers, Quinn Shartle. Quinn Shartle in on several tackles here tonight as he's starting to play some pretty good football for the Panthers.
John Perdun was also there.
John's a good headhunter.
This is really good field position for Waterloo to start out.
It's their best field position.
Both their possessions were very, very good.
Out comes Updike. Baron Hawkins at the defensive end now as they drops back to pass, and it's going to be overthrown, intended for number 1, Justin Nassen for the Bulldogs. Kind of surprised to see Hawkins in there on defense, but I guess they thought they moved the ball pretty well. They'd put him back in there. I don't think he was in on that first series, was he?
Yeah, he was in on the first series at defensive end.
Hawkins is one of the leaders in the Panthers in sacks. I think he has 2 on the season. Him and Danny Updike both are tied with 2 sacks.
Danny Updike, number 67 for the Panthers. He's a middle linebacker. Oh, nice run in there by the Bulldogs. I believe they picked up a first down, as the Bulldogs are showing some signs of moving the ball on the Panthers.
Exactly. They got a little misdirection. They've got some backs with a little bit of speed. The Lions open up a hole, and they're scooting through there. That's first down, isn't it? Are they going to measure it?
Big Luke Callow, Andy Batten inside there for the Panthers. 3rd and less than 1, I believe, for a first down, as number 12, Chris Erickson of the Bulldogs, gets ready to put his team into play. Little pitch out, and Bidlack picks him up for about a 3-yard loss on a good effort
Great play there by the defense.
Well, Lance read that one well. He came up there, like I said, closed on it fast, held him up, and a couple other Panthers came up there and helped him out.
Their set almost kind of looks like a single wing on the left side.
Their running back, Seibert, really isn't that too bad of a back coming into this game. I think he had 53 carries for 184 yards.
Erickson on the near hash mark. Gives to the second man, number 23. He's met right at the line of scrimmage.
Panther football.
They turned the football over. They went for it on 4th down. I believe I'd have taken my chances with a punt this early in the game.
Also down 7-0. You want to pin them deep.
I would have thought that. It was kind of an unusual call, but that's one of those calls. If it works, you're a genius.
We got nothing to lose. Let's go
good.
ahead and try to spark something. Yeah. Maybe I would think you'd come up with a little more imagination than that play they ran, but I believe that's a play they got 10 or 12 yards on there before.
May takes a hike to the far side. Quinn Chartle here on the near side, right on the 40, and Hawkins going to keep the ball. He's up to the 45. Going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards before he's driven out of bounds on the near side, right in front of the Panther bench. Almost took Chris Skinner out there.
I don't know if you guys noticed it, but Hawkins seems to add a different dimension than Jerseyville's usually had at quarterback. He has more of that kind of option-type speed to the outside, more of an outside runner instead of the pocket passer Jerseyville usually has.
That probably will be his strength, as his passing game is probably a little rusty or just basically inexperienced, and certainly has skill-wise. We're not giving up anything by having Hawkins in there as far as basic skill goes. As this quarter comes to an end, we're going to switch ends, and we got a 7-0 lead.
I'm going to send it down to Brett for an interview.
All right, we're down here on the field. We're live. This is Brett Beecham. I've got band director Cliff Kaminsky. Hey, you guys did a great pregame show. We expect the same at halftime?
Yeah, we're going to have a real fun halftime show. We're going to do a song called Estancia, kind of a Spanish thing, and then we're going to do a real neat Latin percussion thing, get some dancing going on, and then finish with Killer Joe, which is a great jazz tune, and feature a lot of kids on some solos.
Sorry.
And the people in charge of all that are these 3 people over here. These are 3 drum majors, Mindy Scheffel, Tim Ryder, and Emily DePau, and I'll let you talk to them.
Okay. Any comments from you? First guest on the Beachman Cam. Any comments?
No.
We're too shocked to speak.
Okay, well, I'm going to send it back up to Roger and Brian. We've been here with the marching band. Back up to you guys.
We're ready to go south. Young man, go south. Starting this second quarter, as the Jerseyville Panthers are going to put the ball in play on their own 47-yard line. It'll be second down and about 6 for the first down. Brent Hawkins showing some skill in the first quarter here. Gets another chance to try to get the Panthers on the board as he takes a 5-yard drop. Looks for the long one. He's got 86, and we're going to have a touchdown. Number 86, Todd Ringhausen. Almost puts it in there for the score. Didn't
Well, that
quite
was a
make
good
it.
pass route that Ringhausen ran. He kind of did an up and out, not quite an up and out, but faked him. Brent pumps, and
Here comes the replay. Todd Ringhausen almost free for the touchdown as he got behind his defender and makes a nice catch. Just had to pick the ball up and finally brought
maybe
down
if he
in there
doesn't
by
have to juggle that,
Kyle
he catches that in full stride,
Conrad.
he's gone. But nonetheless,
Maybe I spoke too soon about Brent's throwing ability. That one
Yeah.
looked pretty sweet.
Hawkins on about the 8 gives a quick pitch to Smay.
Oh.
Smay fumbles it, picks it back up. He's got some running room, and he's going to
got it.
stumble into the field, into
Great
the end
run.
zone for the touchdown. 11:34, just 30
pretty
seconds
impressive
into
right
this
there.
game. We put a score on.
take over on 4th down, and then you come back with a 40-yard pass and a
I
10-yard run.
think you think the Waterloo coach would have a second thought on that play again.
Yeah.
That was
Here's the
the old-
replay. Smay does a little fumble, has a hole there, and gets tripped up a little bit, but maintains his balance as he falls, as Claywell puts it through for the extra point, and Jerseyville goes up 14-0 here for this first game of the 1999 conference. Jerseyville wanting to make the playoffs and also win the conference this year. I would like to get a score on that Highland CM game.
Yeah.
That could be 2 tough games. When do we play Highland?
I think
It's on the schedule there. I know we play CM next to the last game of the year. And Highland, I think, is away this year, isn't it?
October 1st,
October 1st. So it's a couple of weeks, and is it a away game?
and it's away. From what I've heard about Highland is they have a very good passing game, and I think they're taking on CM tonight.
Yeah. And that's at CM, so CM's tough to beat at CM. That's
right.
No doubt
Doesn't-
about that.
Doesn't get any easier for Waterloo. Next week they host CM down there in Waterloo.
At Waterloo. We're ready for the kick. Who's kicking? Adam Welch.
I think it's Ben Bishop again.
Ben Bishop. And he gets a little squiggler kick to the far side. It's going to take a bounce. Picked up there on about the 5-yard line. Waterloo looking for some running. Tripped up at about the 25-yard line.
I think you have to give credit to a Waterloo player for that tackle. I think he tripped over
Tripped
somebody's
his
feet,
own
didn't
man. So the Jerseyville defense, number 40, Adam Lott. Mitch Downing, number 31 in the ball game. And did Mean Dean get back in the ball game? He had a dinger there a while ago. We'll see if he's on the line. Kind of looks like him in the middle there, or is he on the side? He's on the sideline yet, so he must have took a little hit. He'll be all right. Replacing him, Andy Batten, of course, is in there, and who's replacing Dean on that inside? I can't get his number from here. We'll pick it up
he?
in a
Can't
minute.
tell from this angle.
Waterloo putting the ball in play as a little counter play, and he picks up to about the 26-yard line. Looks he picks up about 5.
I think they might have moved Brent Hawkins into where Dean's spot. Either that or they moved Mitch
No.
Downey inside there.
Number
Looks like
71.
it might be
Who's
Mitch,
71?
number 31.
Luke Callow's in there. Maybe it's Luke Callow that's filling in, because Hawkins was on the defensive end out there. 69. Who's 69?
That's Andy Batten.
Andy Batten, yeah. Had a conference with his girlfriend today. She wanted to let all the other girls know he's taken. So she told me to be sure and pass that along. Mascuda picks up about 3 or 4 yards. Ball's up to about the 34-yard line. Looks like Brent Hawkins getting up off the bottom of the deck there. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3. So the Panthers will look at step up here, and similar plays what we had a while ago as number 31, Mitch Downey, trots out of the ball game.
Waterloo's facing the
The
same,
big guys on
same
the
situation
line.
they had before.
This time it comes right up the middle, and they're not going to get it, I don't believe.
It's going to Be close.
Where'd they?
Oh,
Hey, you
they're
got it.
moving
Yep,
it.
they're
Yep.
going to move the chain, so it's going to be a first down. First and 10, as Waterloo does move the ball a little bit, but hasn't been able to sustain a drive that will put the ball into the end zone yet, as the Jerseyville defense has always stepped up. This time the ball is on about the 38-yard line. We got 9 minutes and 52 seconds left in this second quarter of action. Erickson down now, gives the ball to the tailback, and he gets through the line, and that play seems to work pretty well for the Bulldogs. Number 23, the ball carrier, is Seibert for the Bulldogs.
Seems like the Waterloo offensive line's been opening up some good holes for their fullback and their running back, but it doesn't seem like the Waterloo running back or fullback can get past the secondary.
I think coaches are trying to correct that. They're running some guys in with new directions here.
We definitely don't want our tackles made in the secondary.
Adam Lott here on the near side. And
Oh, nice play.
It was a nice play by Quinn
Nice.
Shortle to come up.
Yeah, when you look at those stats after the game, you don't want to see your secondary, your cornerback guy
Exactly.
with like 13 tackles.
Updike had his eye on the quarterback, but somebody picked him up just before he got to him. Updike was looking for the sack
You know,
that time.
Quinn did a good job of coming across the front of the receiver with his left hand. He is left-handed. If he comes through with his right hand, he risks being called for pass interference. You know he's going to bump into him. It was a nice play.
Good basketball move, too.
Exactly.
Oh, right up the middle by the quarterback, and he's into the secondary and pick up a first down into Panther territory at the 48-yard line. Boy, that opened up real quick, didn't it? I think the Panthers were a little bit over-anxious
Yeah, it almost
there.
feels like we're firing off the ball and
Yeah.
they're going by us. We maybe need to
Yeah.
stand up and read the play a little better.
I was surprised to see their quarterback just hop on through there with nobody being unabated.
Bidlack now at the, looks like at the linebacker spot. Here comes the reverse. Hawkins had a chance at him, and Bidlack finally drags him down, and he picks up about a yard as the ball gets to about the 46, 47-yard line in Panther territory. So Bidlack come through with another good play. Take a look at the replay here. Watch Bidlack at the linebacker. He hangs tight. Didn't get to see all of that. He hangs tight and plays the position. Here we go. Watch the outside linebacker there. There's Bidlack, and he comes right through the opening, plays his position well. This play, huge hole on the left side into the secondary, picks up a first down. Tackled in there by number 55 for the Jerseyville Panthers, Kevin Hughes in the ball game. Trotting in for the Panthers is Umed Bariv. Is that correct, Chris?
Bariv. Umed.
Umed Bariv. I don't.
You know, as I'm watching this, I'm kind of surprised that Waterloo rushing attack is picking up 6-7 yards per carry on each first down.
They are moving the ball as Erickson, again, gives to his tailback, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards. They're moving the ball on the Panthers, as the Panthers seem to be struggling a little bit on their coverage.
Yeah, you don't want to let them come down and score just after you had them down 14-0.
Nope.
You let a team that's 0-3 hang around you, they're liable to gain confidence, come back and make a game of it.
Don't let them back in the ball game. That sounds a little cruel, but you don't do this. Okay. Pass by Erickson, and he's sacked. Danny Updike. And number 31 for the Panthers, Mitch Downey. Downey got to him first, and then Updike finished it off.
Danny just about had him last time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That should be Danny Updike's, unofficial, I think that's his 3rd sack of the year.
63 in the ball game we mentioned a while ago was, I think, Billy Yates. There's 2 63s out there. I think we called the wrong one.
Yeah, I think this is our exchange student here,
Yeah.
this Umad.
I looked at the wrong
I don't know if
43.
I know he just started football. I'd be surprised if he was out there.
Erickson with 3rd down and 13. Drops back deep. He's fires from the 48, and the ball goes incomplete. Intended out there for number Those numbers are getting hard to see from up here.
Number 30, I believe.
Number 30, Ian Brunig for the Waterloo Bulldogs. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Ball is on the 43. Call it, Chris. What are you going to do?
I'd say punt the ball down 14-0. You give up field position here. It's 4th down and 14. I mean,
he kind of got burned on a play like this a while ago. You think he'll change? We'll see what they do.
I'd say you almost have no choice but punt. I mean,
I think he does. He's going to run the ball. As Erickson
surprising.
gets ready to set, number 21, Conrad in motion. He drops deep. He's a 5-yard set. He fires over the outside, and it's going to be, if there's no flag, it's going to go incomplete there as it's broken up by 20, Derek Woolsey and Mark Angleton in there on the coverage. So the Panthers are going to put it back in play on pretty good field position again.
Well, I think he's got to be thinking he wants to spark his team a little bit. Maybe he can come up with a big play and get himself in the game. But maybe he's satisfied having this field percentage or position here with his defense out here.
He goes down one more touchdown, though, by half,
He's in
he's
trouble.
going to be in big-time trouble because we're giving up some yardage, but we're not giving up the big play. As Brent Hawkins doing well in his debut as a Panther quarterback. And the handoff goes this time to
Steve Setley.
Setley, and he gets almost nothing.
I think he may have lost a yard there.
Close to nothing. Tackled in there by number 79 for the Bulldogs, Stephen Jarvis.
What I think the Panthers should do here is take the ball down, use up this 5:53 left on the clock, and put another one in. And
Well, let's see if they can do that. Brent Hawkins drops deep. He's looking for the outside receiver. Who is 82? Shortle? No, Madsen. Madsen. And it goes over his head a little bit, and the Panthers are going to have third down. Third down and just a little over 10 yards as number 86 runs into the ball game for the Panthers. Todd Ringhausen, who made the big reception in the previous drive. He comes to the near side. Madsen to the far side. Tied in to the right with Shortle. Hawkins drops back, gives the inside handoff to Bidlack, and he picks up a first down at the Waterloo 48. Nice play calling there and nice hole. That was a nice hole.
That was a nice play call there because the defense was probably looking for a pass, and he delayed just long enough so he could get the ball back to Lance. And with Lance's ability and speed, I mean, that's a nice run.
You got to give him a little hole, and Lance will. He's not a real big boy, but sometimes those little guys are hard to catch. Smay to the near side. Far side is Ringhausen. Brent Hawkins going to take the snap as we have an infraction.
It's going to be offsides on the Waterloo defense.
Looks like their nose tackle penetrated the neutral zone, and we're going to pick up 5 easy yards on this.
I think it was number 8.
I believe it was Jerseyville.
He's
They
walking
must
the
have called
wrong
him
way.
offside.
Yeah,
So we lost
He's
5.
walking the wrong way.
We'll have to get a replay on that to blame the guilty party.
The referee's
who?
calling one way,
Yep.
and the man
Now, wait a
marking the
minute.
ball is called the other way. So that's more like it.
Yeah. That's one of those embarrassing moments as an
Yeah.
official. You know, we're going the wrong direction here. That's why they have 4 of those guys out there to correct each other.
You know those guys will be
5
talking
of
about that
them.
at halftime when they go in to have
okay.
a soda.
Yeah, 5 of the guys in the stripes there. Here comes the snap to Hawkins. He's dropping again.
Oh, he's
He's
got a man
looking for
breaking.
Smay. He's got him open. If he can get it, just 5 foot over his head. Smay had his man beat that time, and he would have been in the end zone. That pass seems to be, Smay seems to beat that guy every time.
And that's probably just timing, don't you think? That's just probably 3 or 4 step drop and throw it up and let Smay's speed run underneath the ball.
I have to say one thing about Hawkins. He has a really nice throwing style. When he lets the ball, when it's released, it looks really, really pretty.
Hawkins now with second down. Pitches out to Bidlack. Bidlack's got running room. He's headed for the first down. He has that and more as he crosses the 30-yard line up to about the 26-yard line, and a first down for the Jerseyville Panthers. Again, Jerseyville's taking advantage of Waterloo's play calling on those punts.
The thing that really impresses me about Lance is how many yards he gets after he's hit.
Yeah, right there. It looked like a little bit of an opening that he could get through. He got through it and just got tripped up.
But the thing that impresses me is the fact that we've had 3 quarterbacks this year, and all of them have done a really good job.
Great job, yeah.
You know,
That
and
shows-
that has to make Coach Braden feel pretty good that he's got that kind of depth. As Hawkins did again, drops looking for Smay, and didn't quite put it on the numbers. Again, just a little bit overthrowing.
I think that's one of those timing routes where, like, once again, it may not be enough practice repetitions.
The one where he overthrew Madsen on the far side of the field, about a 15-yard out in high school, you see that ball drop at their feet a lot of times. He's got enough zip on the ball. He's throwing it over the top of him. I think, like you said, it's just timing and repetitions. He just, depending on how long he's going to be back there, I bet he figures it out here before long.
Bidlack out of the eye. Here comes the pitch to Bidlack. He's trying to scoot around the outside. He's got some running room.
Good
He
blocks.
needs one more man to beat, and he stays on his feet and steps out of bounds finally at about the 6-yard line. I didn't think he stepped out of bounds there.
No.
The referee was right there, so
He got
we'll
some
have
great,
to let him call it.
he got some great blocks from Steve Sutley. Steve was just running traffic for him and just kind of bumping guys, and that's about all Lance needs to knock him off stride one time.
He had a pretty nice move. If we can we're going to have a replay on that. Jerseyville Panthers look like they're going to put another 6 points on the board here to make it 20-0 with 4:40 left in this first half of
Looks like
Mississippi
Waterloo's
Valley Conference.
called a timeout, or maybe we have. I don't know.
That pitch out play just seems like it's working to perfection right now. It just seems like going side to side. Whatever side they're on the hash marks, they throw the opposite side, and it seems like Lance is really getting outside really well.
We got a replay of that last run. Can't get it. Didn't get it. We have some technical problems, but
4:40 left to go here in the second quarter.
Well,
Panthers up 14-0.
Well, the volleyball team's down in Granite City this weekend. They went down there tonight. They're 3-3. They beat Mascoutah last night, 15-12, 3-15, and 15-13. A great game. The Panthers are down 13-10 in the third set. Came back, win 15-13. So Lisa Kochmeyer and Ben Gracie and those girls are off to a great start.
congratulations to the girl volleyball team. Have you got any results on the golf? They're playing tomorrow, I think, in a O'Fallon Panther tournament. We're ready to resume play here with 4:40 left.
I'm thinking a touchdown right here, guys.
You
We'll take
called it.
that.
Here comes Hawkins. He's going to see what he does with it. He may keep the ball. Hands off to Bidlack, and Bidlack picks up maybe 1 or 2, but he meets with several Waterloo defenders there.
I say you go out the old pitch out to Bidlack on the far side and see if he can squeeze it in on the,
Let
near
him
the
run, huh?
pylon. That or play I used to like is the old flood play. Throw it up in the corner of the end zone.
There you go.
Greg Madsen in the ball game now for Ringhausen. He'll be at a tight end spot. We got a split with number 45 on this side, and that's Quinn Chartle. Hawkins keeps it.
Touchdown.
No question about it. Boy, that was a quick snap and a quick hitter. And Hawkins gets his touchdown here at 4:01 left in the third quarter. That was a good call. Well, he didn't even get touched, did he?
I don't think so. We're really eating up some ground here in the first half. We're well over probably 200 yards of offense, aren't we?
Well, we've started every
Well, I know we got 80.
first
and
two
then,
were two deep ones, yeah.
Pass plays.
Bad snap. And Claywell's trying to cover it, but it's going to go as a dead ball here as the snap was well over the receiver's head, and no chance there for Claywell to kick
Yeah,
it.
and that's too bad.
Anything
'cause
else?
Pat's getting into rhythm, hitting 2 right off the bat, and you want to keep that going.
So
He'll get his chance again.
one of the few times you see a bad snap from a Panther center, but
Yeah, we're pretty
sometimes that
fortunate there.
happens.
I don't know where Brett is now.
He's down there about the 20-yard line.
Oh, there he is.
We're ready to kick off. Panthers looking to stop the Bulldogs with a 0 score for the half. Ben Bishop ready to punt the ball from the 40. The ball slanted back. Here comes the boot. And it's a little squibbly kick, and it bounces through the Waterloo legs, and it's loose, and they're going to cover it on the 20-yard line. Not much of a chance there to recover. A hard ball to handle when they go squibbling like that. So the Panthers are going to play defense from the Waterloo 20 and try to get in with a shutout here in this first half of action.
A couple of those Waterloo players look like hockey goalies on that kickoff. They just like stand there with the ball right between their legs.
Andy Batten at the anchor on the defensive line. Number 55 out there for the Panthers.
Oh,
Kevin
good play by
Hughes.
Smay.
And
That kid caught the ball right in front of Nathan. He broke down, kept his feet, stuck his head on his numbers, and drove him right out of bounds. That's hard to do out there in the open field.
Especially if you're going against a fullback that's bigger than you and your cornerback.
the Panthers playing defense here held the Bulldogs to 1 yard on this series, and they're looking to stick them back further into their own territory. Here comes the little reverse, and he gets around to the outside. He picks up about 2.
Looked like it was Derek Woolsey on the tackle there.
Derek Woolsey, and who's the other one? Number 24.
That was Derek
That was
Woolsey.
Derek. No, there was another one in on that tackle at the same time. 23.
Angleton.
Mark Angleton.
Oh, 23, Mark Angleton was also
Yeah.
in on the tackle.
We're at such an angle, it's kind of hard to see the second number on those.
Especially on a reverse or a misdirection play like that.
Kevin Hughes at the tight end. Here's a pass across the middle. It's complete. He picks up a first down, gets up to the 40-yard line. Nice little pass in there by Erickson for the Bulldogs as they penetrate up near midfield and move the chains.
That's a big kid, 6'5", 270.
You could say he was
Tight end.
rumbling down the field.
You could say that.
He'd want to put a headache on you. You have to hit him.
Or lumbering down the field, I don't know which.
Adam Lott on that line, along with Mitch Downey. Dean Rankin to get back in the ball game, or is he still on the sideline? Number 69, Andy Batten on the line. Here comes Erickson. He's got a first down. He tries to put it up the
Nothing
middle,
there.
but nothing is going to happen there. Maybe a yard or two, as he's tackled in there by 55 for the Panthers. And number 31, Mitch Downey in on the tackle. Kevin Hughes getting several tackles here tonight.
Waterloo down 21-0 or 20-0, excuse me. Doesn't seem like they're really backing down from the Panthers. They're still going with the same offense and running straight up the middle, but those fourth down calls really have burnt them.
That's right.
Second down and about 9 yards. Ball on about the 40-yard line. Erickson ready to take snap, player in motion, quick hitter to the outside, and Bidlack plays
Good
it
hit.
perfect, and he picks him right at the line of scrimmage, and that does it as the Bulldogs will have third down now and about 9.
And I think Waterloo's gone to that short pass to the outside because if they didn't have any drop at all, Danny Updike's in there and a host of other Panthers, and they're rushing him pretty hard. And I don't think they really have time to set up, so I think they're reacting to us more than dictating the tempo here.
I was looking at Erickson's stats, and before this game, he was only 6 of 27 on the year, and I think he's passed for probably 6 passes already.
Oh,
This time batted down by number 71 for the Jerseyville Panthers. Big Luke Callow bats that ball down, and now they got a punt, right?
Oh, definitely.
What many time we got? We got 2 minutes and 19 seconds. If he doesn't punt here,
We may think he's crazy.
he won't coach long, will he?
he won't be long. Big Luke, who just batted the ball, trots out of the ball game, and replacing him is who went in to replace him?
They're not punting.
You got to be kidding
Oh,
me.
my.
Maybe they don't have a punter, you reckon?
Timeout
Maybe.
for Waterloo.
Delay a game. They're going to move back even more here. Or no, they're timeout, okay.
Well, it's a young ball team, and they're making some mistakes. And But 2 minutes and 19 seconds. If they go down another touchdown, which could happen with 2 minutes and 19 seconds, chances of making that many yards are pretty slim, I think, in one play.
Especially with the type of offense they're running.
It seems like we always have a little bit of problem with that misdirection offense right off the bat, but it doesn't take long to figure it out because they always seem to keep running the same play. If it's going away from you, it's coming back most of the time.
Usually teams only carry about 6, 7, 8 running plays, and
there was nobody better at coaching misdirection than old Charlie Rage down at Roxana. Now,
and what great ball fakes he was
the master at high school football in doing that. They just did great fakes.
You would see the ball above the quarterback's head, and then it would be down, and then a guy behind him have the ball headed the other way. It's pretty to watch. I guess he's got a gig over at Metro East Lutheran now as a volunteer.
Yeah. Waterloo is going to, believe it or not, they're going to, are they going to, no, there's not a punter in the game unless they're going to, there used to be a play called the old quick kick, and you'd line up a guy right there.
He's not lined up in the shotgun.
But we got 21 in motion for the Bulldogs. He's dropping back to pass. He's looking deep. He's got the man, but he's going to overthrow him. They had the play. We didn't have the coverage.
He just didn't have enough time there. I mean, by the time he dropped back, took 2 steps, there's already somebody almost in his shirt.
Was that 21 he was shooting at there? He came a long way. No, it wasn't 21 the pass was for, was it?
And
yeah, it was. He came from this near side, and he went a long way for that ball. So the Panthers are going to take
plenty of time to score here, isn't it?
I mean, they only used 3 seconds on that play. I just surprised. Hawkins drops back in the shotgun now, along with Setley back in the back. Hawkins sprinting to the right. He's looking to pass. Now he's going to keep it. He scoots around the corner, and he picks up first down, I believe. It depends upon where they mark it.
It's a good effort at the end of that run to dive forward and get that first down.
I don't know about you guys, but I like that a lot. Coach Brayton changing the formations and stuff, that can really mess up with the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you scout us? You're seeing a different look about every week, at least from the quarterback spot.
Again, Hawkins back in the shotgun. Bidlack comes out to the near side. Ball goes over to the Madsen.
I thought we were going to have the old hook and ladder there.
Yeah.
It looked like he ball faked to him, but I think he may have just fumbled a little bit.
Looked like it was there, didn't it? All you had to do was lateral that
back to Bidlack, and he was gone.
That was Todd Ringhausen, I believe, that caught that. Todd Ringhausen playing receiver tonight. So Jerseyville with 1:35 could very well put another score on the board and put this game out of reach early.
Do you guys know how many timeouts we have left? 1 or 2?
I don't know who called the first one there.
We've got at least one.
Do some good clock management. I think we can put another one in here.
Is there anything up here that resembles a mic that I asked him to bring? He's asking for a mic. Do we have any mics up here, Chris? Neither of them work. Yeah, tell him it'd be nice to put in new batteries once in a while. Okay, they put new batteries in. What kind do they take? We don't have them out here. It's a special batteries.
Fine.
Hawkins in the shotgun again. Bidlack in motion.
Drops back, and it goes incomplete as Hawkins takes a little hit for the first time tonight.
Brent took a shot on that pass.
Then seemed to phase him a little bit on that throw, but maybe shot him behind him a little bit.
Jerseyville, first down.
I think we got a flag down there. We sent Bidlack in motion to the far side. I don't know if he was a decoy or what on that play, but sure you got to take some people with him when he goes out there. Was that pass interference?
Yeah.
So that's going to put the Panthers
The 9.
Plenty of time to score here with 1:31 to go.
14.
first and goal to go. Hawkins along with Setley in the backfield. Shirtle on the near side. Let's see what happens. Hawkins drops for the sharp pass out in the flat to Bidlack. Bidlack has it. He has nobody to beat.
Got it.
And he hits that to pylon, and Jerseyville scores again.
And Hawkins gets credit for a touchdown pass on that. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Big Luke Cowell over there. He was he made sure there was nobody around Lance Bidlack when he walked in the end zone. Here we
got the replay here. Here's the pass out in the flat to Bidlack, and he scoots around the outside. And the Panthers go up as we're back to live action. Let's see if we can get the ball down there. The kick is up, and
looks like it was good.
It's good. That kind of looked like it was bad to me, but I never call those because I usually miss them. So it looks to me like the Panthers are well on their way to their first conference victory at halftime.
Well, I guess we'll get to see how good Waterloo's 2-minute offense is.
We'll see. See if they get a chance to punt the ball again. Ben Bishop ready to kick from the 40. Just a minute 21 left. We're ready. There's a whistle. Here comes the left foot. He hits it on the bottom, squiggles, and then he covers it at about the 34-yard line, where the Bulldogs will put it in play. Looking to penetrate and get their first score for the evening. Made some decent plays, but none that sustained and resulted in a touchdown. Bulldogs' number of players doesn't compare with the number of players for the Panthers. Of course, that's their traveling team.
Yeah, that sideline over there looks kind of bleak to our sideline.
Kind of bleak. A few fans here from Waterloo. Erickson drops back. Quick pass over to the middle.
Beautiful interception.
Nope. It's completed there by Smay as he picks it off on the 42-yard line. So the Panthers now in control of this game and all aspects of it. We'll see what Coach Braden wants to do here with a minute 17. Big number 71, Pookie, comes out of the ball game as Hawkins and Smay trot in. Billy Yates at a guard, or at a tackle, along with Luke Callow. He's out, got a new tackle. Hawkins drops deep, looking for the pass, and fires it long over the head of number 82, Greg Madsen. Shirtle into the game now for the Panthers. Bid back in there.
That last play is just lack of repetitions, probably, don't you think? It just
sailed that one over his head.
Yeah, I mean, he turned out and the ball was going over his head at that time.
Hawkins taking the snap, and we have a whistle. Somebody's in the neutral zone.
Did that delay a game or false start?
Looked like one of their players was maybe in the neutral zone.
Well, we're backing up.
Offsides.
So that'll be a 5-yard walk-off against the Panthers. That moves the ball back to 47-yard line. The Panthers with just a minute 12 left in this first half of Mississippi Valley Conference action. Brent Hawkins calling the signals. And
Hey, we got our 5 yards back.
gives a hard count and a long count and pull the inexperienced Waterloo players onto his side. So we have negating penalties here. We're back where we started from.
The old head bob. I think I was against Jacksonville. I saw Watkins do that once or twice real good.
Bulldogs anxious to get to Hawkins. Pulled offside. Hawkins drops, gives the inside handoff to Bidlack, and he
Wow.
What good effort.
busts 2 tackles and penetrates up to about the 40, 35, 36 yard line in Waterloo territory.
Great job
As
keeping
Smay
his
comes
legs
back
moving
in the
there.
ball game. We're at Smay in there. You think we'll go for a pass here? Smay comes to the near
3rd and
side.
3.
That's been Hawkins' favorite target
I think
so
I'll go
far
with
this evening.
right up the middle.
And we got a
Now they got to pass.
This last minute's taking quite a while.
looks like we're just a little anxious to get going there, instead of taking our time.
I don't know about you guys, but I almost take crack at the end zone right here. We take.
You really want to pour it on them, don't you?
Well, I
Go
wouldn't
for
mind
the
being up
throw.
34-0 at the half.
That would
Really
be
jump
impressive.
on him. Really jump on him. Get him down. It's Chris's style.
Well, I'm saying jump on them and then, put in the subs in the second half.
Okay.
3rd down and almost 10, maybe 9.5 yards to go. Ball's on about the 47. Hawkins gives to Bidlack. Bidlack looking for running room. Best 1 tackle, picks up about 5. And the clock ticks with 40 seconds. We're going to have a timeout. Jerseyville, stop the clock. Number 60 walking across the field there, big Jake Warford. Ryan Lott. And Brett Beecham here has some pretty little girls to talk to. There's a contrast.
All right, this is Brett Beecham here. I'm with the JCHS varsity cheerleaders. I'm going to talk real quick to seniors Michelle Corey and Kristen Burton. Girls, how's this year's season going?
It's going great. We're 3-0 on the season.
We practice all the time. We're doing a lot better this year. We've been working hard. We practice all the time. We're so good. We're excited to be here.
Hey, are you keeping that new coach, Brenda McCreary, in line?
Oh, yeah. We're keeping her busy.
Hey, girls, we just want to say keep up the great work. You're a big part of everything we do here. Thanks a lot, ladies. Back up to you, Roger.
Thank you, Brett. That was a good interview with the Jerseyville Panther cheerleaders. Here's Bidlack with the ball. He's trying to scoot around the outside. He's at the 30 and is going to be thrown out about the 29-yard line by number 14, Nathan Witters of the Bulldogs.
Be enough for 1st down.
It's a big play there, yeah. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
I think Braden may have been thinking go for the 1st down, but also keep the clock running in the half.
The defense for the Bulldogs are getting a good workout tonight.
Yep.
And they look like they're starting to tire just a little bit, as Jerseyville has pretty much run at will on them.
I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of curious to see how many rushing yards we have.
Well, I was just thinking about Lance. He's got to be upwards in the 80 to 90 range probably by now, wouldn't you think?
I'm sure
Got a
he's
couple of
having his
20-yard runs.
best running game tonight.
We're going to take another timeout.
You put maybe 1 or 2 more touchdowns in here. I think you might want to start, in the second half, might want to start taking out some of the starters just to rest them for the rest of the conference season.
We have who next week?
Let me check. Mascuda.
Mascuda, and
It'll be
that's here. isn't
homecoming.
it? Yeah, that's right, homecoming, sure.
I should have known that.
Should have known that, yeah.
I think Mascuda's
the
coming off a 1-7
Election
year.
of the new spirit of homecoming. We had our dinner the other night, the spirits, and elected a new spirit.
So that spirit's already
And that spirit is now
named, huh?
officially, but it's top secret. Nobody but one person knows who that is. And I'm not even going to tell you the person's name because you may try to weasel it out of him, Brown.
Not me.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
Only one person knows the spirit.
I don't need to know that stuff.
You don't need to know.
He likes the excitement.
No, don't want it
That's
to ruin
that's
it
the
for
best
me,
kept secret ever, is the spirit for the upcoming year. And here we go, long pass from to Bidlack from Hawkins over his head. We still have 27 seconds left, so we didn't use much time.
And that wasn't a bad pass there. I mean, he had to put it out there so nobody else could get it.
I think he threw it in the right spot, just about 5 yards too deep.
In addition to that, he's picking up some valuable throws.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
that he just needs. There's no way of doing that except under fire, and this is an excellent time to get some.
I think some of the reason why he releases sometimes and it sails over their head is because he might be releasing too high and not falling all the way through.
We're out of the shotgun now, 2nd down and 10. Hawkins is dropping back. He's looking across the middle to, who was that, Ringhausen? And he had it. He should have had that ball. He should have caught that one. He had it right in his hands, and he let it slip out. And that was a nice throw. He had some zip on that ball, placed it right in there, and
I'm sure that's
in
you
between
know, that's
the
tough
defenders.
to come across the middle with your arms up and your ribs exposed.
Especially when you know you're going to get killed.
No, there's a free safety out there looking for
he
you.
pulled it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Ringhausen again to the near side. Madsen to the far side. Bidlack in the backfield. Hawkins again passing out of the shotgun. He's got Madsen this time. Looks like a first down. Pass is complete. And clock is running as the Panthers try to speed up their play calling to try to.
This is a good job there by Nathan Smay.
Play going as the referees have to get the chains moved as we picked up a first down. It's going to be the ball on about the 15-yard line, and Hawkins grounds the ball and stops the clock with 13 seconds left. So we've got about 1 or 2 plays here and see if we can get it into the end zone and put this game pretty much out of reach for the Jerseyville Panthers.
I think they got one more crack at it, and then you're going to have to go with the field goal.
Nothing else. This is good practice for the offense. Situations like this.
Exactly. Again, out of the shotgun. We're passing every down. He's got the long pass. It's going to be hit the hands of the receiver, Quinn Chartle, and just barely overthrow it. Been a little strong on every pass. 8 seconds left. We're going to get one more shot at it. I think we'll go for it rather than kick it. 8 seconds left. Again, Hawkins picking up some experience here out of the shotgun, passing every play. He's looking. He's getting pressure this time from the Waterloo line. He lets it go, and it's intercepted in the end zone, and the quarter will end. So we end this quarter with the Jerseyville Panthers leading 27-0. Here's Brett.
Okay, we're down here at the half, 27-0 Panthers. Coach Chris Skinner, how do you think your troops are playing?
Not bad. We're able, you get up 27 points, you're able to try some different things. You saw us throw there quite a bit toward the end. It's not to run the score up, but it's to work on things we're going to need for later on down the road. So kids have played well, and we've controlled the line of scrimmage, which is what we want to do. We scored points. Now we just got to come back in second half and continue.
Quick comment on Hawkins' play at QB tonight.
Well, he's doing a fine job. He's a good athlete. You put a good athlete back there, he's going to do the job. You've seen him scramble a couple times, and he's thrown a couple high balls, but with only 3 days of practice, he's thrown the ball real well. So I think we're real pleased overall with his first half, and try and get him settled down a little bit and throw those open patterns in the second half.
Okay, hey, thanks, Coach. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back. Actually, I think we're gonna stay down here. Little indecision here on Panther 12. It's okay. I think we're going to watch the band show.
Here's the whistle. Welch approaches the ball. He gives it the right leg. And it hits on the 20. It bounces back to about the 12. Picked up in there by number 15, Andy Martin. He's trying to make some headway. Gets up to about the 21. Tackled in there by number 46 of the Panthers, Ben Bishop.
As we saw that kickoff, I failed to mention that the truck that Dave Lewis was kicking for was the 1999 Ford Ranger XLT. It's furnished by the Jerseyville Motor Company, your local Ford Mercury dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? Go out and let Jeff, Dave, Forey, John, Ron make you a deal. They'll save you money. And they'll be doing it again next week.
And the pack appreciates that nice treat, kind of a treat, maybe a little hard to kick into, but it's something kind of interesting to have. Waterloo putting the ball in the plate. First tackle in there of the half goes to Updike from the middle linebacker spot, and he holds him to a gain of about 2. CM able to move the ball some in the first quarter, but not able to sustain any drive that resulted in a score. Jerseyville always stepping up, and then we question a couple of their plays. Chris says they should have punted, and I have to agree with him there, and I think maybe they would do that, agree also. They were trying to stay in the ball game as Nathan Wetters now is the quarterback for the Waterloo Bulldogs. Gives the handoff to his fullback. And he picks up a couple, brought down in there by 69, Andy Batten for the Jerseyville Panthers.
I'm not sure what kind of adjustments Waterloo could make at halftime. It looks to me like they've thrown everything at us that they just about have.
Well, obviously, when they went for it, I think they were trying to stay in the ball game.
Exactly.
And Jerseyville pretty much took advantage of their younger team. But they'll be back. They have a record of 0-3, maybe going 0-4 as Updike looks to get it. A little reverse action there, and he's picked up there by Bidlack, and he stops him right at the line of scrimmage. Also along in there with him is Kevin Hughes picking up the tackle. Hughes been on a lot of tackles tonight for the Jerseyville Panthers as Waterloo's going to have to punt here with 10:18 left in the third quarter. Back for the Panthers is Bidlack and Smay. They'll pick up that ball right around the 45-yard line. Well, we're going to see if the Waterloo Bulldogs have this punter. They're going to punt this time, Chris.
Okay. I was getting kind of worried there.
I thought maybe they didn't have a punter. Here's the snap. It's pretty good. Kick is up, and it's not a real long kick. It's going to be fielded by Bidlack. Smay. And he picks it up about the 38, and he's going to be brought down. Steps out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. So the Panthers will put it in play there on their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10 as Jerseyville gets their first opportunity in this second half to move the ball. Let's see if the Panthers put in some new ball players. We'll try to pick them up as Coach Braden subs them in there. We'll expect to see some guys that haven't got to play, some younger ball players. We'll try to get some names out there for you. You guys pick them up for us and we'll get them on. We have a new center. Now, Hawkins still the quarterback, and the option play to Bidlack, and he fumbles it, and Waterloo recovers it. So Waterloo gets a shot here at a good field position on the Jerseyville miscue, and that's the first option we've seen, I believe, in this game.
Yeah, there really wasn't anything wrong with that pitch. I think we just tried to run without the ball there. And Waterloo takes over now, and it's got to give them a little momentum.
That is something that Hawkins needs some experience on. I think that to me would be the hardest part of this offense that the Panthers run, is being able to do that option well. Watkins did a pretty good job at it. Joey Callow, I didn't get to see him do it. Waterloo with the break now at the 40-yard line. Maybe wants to get something on the board here in this second quarter as they give it up the middle, and he's met at with about a 4-yard gain. There's Kevin Hughes getting up there. And on the bottom of the deck again is Bidlack. And Bidlack certainly has played a good position there. And he's at the linebacker spot, and he's hung right in there pretty good.
Bidlack's so quick, I think he can get it to the outside or get to the middle pretty quick and stop their running game.
Yeah, he's got to be getting tired, you would think. He's been out there on almost every down, both sides of the
Jerseyville
ball.
sticking pretty much with their varsity defense there. Wetters back to pass, a little option out to the outside into the flat, and he's going to be met at about the 45-yard line, picks up about 5. It'll be third down and about 5.
Good pursuit by Danny Updike there.
You know, talking about Lance playing defense again, he may be one of those old-time football players that could play every down on both sides of the ball.
Well, most of those guys don't want to come out of the game at all, and I think he's one of them. You want to be out there on every down.
From the 35, Wetters again. Tries the inside handoff and boom.
Fumble. They call him down.
Who hit him in there pretty hard? Bidlack hit him first, and then I believe 69, Andy Batten got him. and knocked the ball loose, but the Waterloo Bulldogs recover. Now they've got 4th down and about 6. What do you think, Chris?
You go for it here.
Go for it here, huh?
No, that's down 27-0. You got to get something started.
You got to get something going. I have to agree with you.
I mean, it's...
If they punt here, we will question the coaching.
Yeah, he may be a little backwards if he punts here, but it doesn't look like they're going to.
They're going to go for it. They've got about 6 yards to the 1st down.
This is their style.
Reuters, the quarterback. They got 2 splits to the near side. It's the quick drop, and he's got number 21, and he had it.
Good play by...
Hit in there by, broken up by
Quinn Shortle.
45, Quinn Shortle.
I was just noticing this quarterback's a southpaw, isn't he?
I don't have my
I don't think it says
here,
on the stats, but from what
and Brett Beecham again on the Brett Cam has an interview for us.
Hi, I'm here with former Superintendent of Schools, Don Snyders. Mr. Snyders, how are you enjoying your retirement so far?
I tell you, I'm just really having a great time. I trip to England to visit my brother and playing a little more golf, and I don't have the belly burns anymore. It's great.
One other quick comment, sir. What kind of an honor was it for the school board to name this beautiful complex after you at the end of last year's school year?
Well, I tell you, it was something that kind of took my breath away, to be quite honest, and I still feel a little bit apprehensive about it because it's a beautiful facility. I'm very proud about the fact that they named it after me, but I still, it's a community project, and I think this whole community's done a wonderful job in having this facility here. But I'm happy to have the namesake.
Well, thank you for everything you've done for us, Mr. Snyders, and I did see you out there parking cars like you promised.
Right. That's probably more symbolism than anything. Stu Trask and Bill Fallon and all the fellows that are in charge of that do a great job. But they let me get out there and they tolerate me, but I enjoy it. It's fun.
Well, thanks a lot for everything, Mr. Snyders. Thanks for the interview, and I'm going to kick it back up to Roger. Raj?
Thank you for that interview there, Britt, with Don W. Snyder, whom this complex was recently named after. Panthers on a pass from Hawkins, crosses midfield into the Waterloo territory and picks up the 1st down. While we were being interviewed there, the Panthers picked up or got the ball back on a 4th down, ran about 3 plays, and then the big play that you got back in on was a pass from Hawkins to number 86, Todd Ringhausen, for a 1st down and the ball into Waterloo territory. Brent Hawkins feeling a little more comfortable in there at the passing position, has Setley and Bidlack in the backfield. He's got wides left and right, handoff to Bidlack. Bidlack looking for running room, picks up about 3 or 4 yards on a quick hole on the right side.
On that last pass from Hawkins, it looks like he's kind of calmed down, and it was a nice throw he had there. The first half, he seemed like he was sailing that ball a little bit.
He was right on target. Todd Ringhausen back in the ball game. That's been Hawkins' favorite target so far this evening.
Glad that Brent's quarterback tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, it's working out good for him, isn't it? And we need that experience. Quick hit over the middle to
nice
great
catch.
Great catch. Who was that? Number 45.
Shortle.
Quinn Shortle. Quinn Shortle from the tight end spot, and that is, to me, a key play to be able to do that play right there.
It was good.
And Quinn Shortle execute that position very well. He's got good hands, and he can leap. A kid can jump.
He's putting a lot of time on the weights this offseason, too. He's really bulked himself up and he's really dedicated himself.
He's the man at tight end for the Panthers, as Hawkins now trying to drive the Panthers down to another goal here. With 5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter, we have maybe too much time. See what the illegal procedure against the Panthers. So the Panthers take a 5-yard penalty there, and that's going to make it 1st down and 15. 5:04 left. Number 80, Matt Jedlicka into the ball game. He's going to be a receiver. on the left side. Hawkins drops 5 yards, gives a pass out there to Shortle. He's got 20, and he's up to about the 5-yard line. Quinn Shortle taking the pass and playing a big part in this ball game, both tackles and in receiving tonight.
Shortle's wide open there. It's a nice play by him, the way when he was running down the sideline, you could tell he was a tight end.
Here comes Shortle out of the tight end, drops back to the flat, picks up the pass, and picks his way down to the 5-yard line. First and goal, Panthers. 4:45 left in this third quarter of action. The varsity still in for the Panthers. And Hawkins on the pitch to Bidlack. He's running for the pylon, and he's got
out
it.
there.
And we got a flag. Think it was a holding call?
I think so. Madsen was from this distance, looked like he was doing a good job, but
that'll be a 15-yard
maybe he got a piece of the shirt.
Hands under the shoulder pads there or something, I don't know.
And we can't do that. So that's going to negate the run by Bidlack and the touchdown for the Panthers. And we're going to play that one over at a distance further from the Waterloo goal line. So the Panthers with a miscue. First major miscue of the evening. It's been a fairly penalty-free ball game, both sides. A couple of 3-5-yarders, but that's the first big penalty for the Panthers here this evening. It's going to be first down, and the ball is going to be on 15-yard line. And the Panthers have 4 downs to stick it into the end zone.
And you hate to see that called back because Madsen's out there trying to do it, and you know.
We're strong side right with Quinn Shortle at the tight end. Let's see if they go to Shortle at the tight end on a short pass over the center. We got Smay and Madsen, and we got another flag.
Those are those penalties that any coach want to pull his hair out on, especially being up 27-0.
Going back to Madsen's holding though, but he's out there working hard, trying to hold the guy off, and you get caught out there right in the open. That's a tough place to block anyway. But there were at least 2 flags over there, so I imagine he was guilty of that.
You can't argue with 2 referees.
That's right.
You can argue with 1, but you can't argue with 2. It doesn't really do you much good to argue with 1. As the official has to make the call. Short drop this time. Quick hit over to Smay, and it goes between his hands. And it's going to bring up second down and goal. So the Panthers self-destructing here just a little bit by some miscues. Number 80 back in the ball game for the Panthers, Matt Jedlicka. He's coming to the near side. Greg Madsen with a double tight end set now. Hawkins gives it to... Oh, he keeps it.
Trying to set up a screen,
and he's trying to find it. Can't get anybody. He's going to take the ball, run with it. He's still on his feet.
Look at that.
Coming back across this. He's going to have a touchdown, folks. On a great effort there by Brent Hawkins. Do you think Hawkins will want to talk about that one? Great play by Hawkins. He went far to his right looking for somebody to pass to. Couldn't find anyone. Fought his way back across the field, busted a couple tackles, and then all of a sudden, there wasn't anybody between him and the goal line. Let's take a look at it on the replay here.
All I can think is if Brett was up here, we'd have to pull him back in the booth because he'd be hanging out of it right now.
He would be. He was looking for somebody on the right side or across court. He couldn't find anybody, and he fights his way past a couple tackles there, and now it's wide open. He has nobody between him and the basket.
60-yard run from the 20-yard line by Hawkins.
So Claywell adds the extra point, and we've got a 34-0 score. This is turning into a little bit of a rout for the Panthers, and a definite statement for the Panthers as we go into this conference action this year.
And that's where Brent's athletic ability takes over, and you don't lose that much at the quarterback position because he adds that extra dimension there. He's big, strong, and he's quick too. So that was just a heck of a run.
Adam Welch now for the Panthers, getting ready to kick. He listens to the whistle, drops the arm, and here comes the boot. It's higher this time. Going to be picked up at about the 15-yard line. And a good run, and he may go all the way. It may be a run back. Welch has got a shot at him. He's going to have to hustle.
He's going to.
Welch barely
Good hustle.
hits him on the back and trips him up. As who was the ball carrier on that?
I don't think
Hard
he
to
was
pick
going to
up
make
those
it
numbers.
anyway, even if Welch didn't get him, because
think he
Ben
was-
Bishop was coming around the referee there and had a beat on him.
He had the good
had
angle
on him.
But that was a good return. That ball was picked up on the 15 and returned to the Panther 20-yard line. And that might give Waterloo enough momentum here to stick some points into the end zone. As the referee says, hold it up, boys. Let's get a count here. Waterloo with splits right and left. Wetter's the quarterback for the Bulldogs. He gives the quick handoff to the tailback, and he picks up about 3 yards. Getting up off that pile there is number 71 for the Panthers, Big Luke Callow. We'll give him credit for that one. He had a little help, but I didn't get the number. Derek Woolsey, they say, was in on that tackle for the Panthers. Ball on the 20-yard line. There's about 8 yards left. Wetter's the quarterback, and he hands off to his tailback. And he's wrapped up in there by number 24, Derek Woolsey again. And he'll pick up about 3 yards. It's going to be third down and about 4. So Waterloo making an effort here to pick up a first down, which will put them about the 10-yard line and a chance to put the ball in the end zone.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the defense will probably bear down here and try to preserve this shutout. It'd be a big win for them.
Panthers pretty much staying with their varsity defense.
Yeah, when you a lot of times in games like this, when you put in your younger kids, you tend to give up a score here and there. But looks like they're still in there, still fighting hard.
Weathers this time with an inside fake and then a lob to the number
86.
I tell you, I can't. Those numbers are hard to see. Number 86, Justin Schmitz.
Early in the season, Coach Braden said he didn't think he'd have to worry much about the secondary, and that's the case tonight. That, I mean, it seems like we get a hand on every play other than that one where the guy got loose on that fourth down call and they overthrew him. We've been close to every receiver, I think.
Well, we have pretty decent speed in our backs this year. Plus, they've got Shartle back there, and he's got some size to him.
And a year's experience back there, so
Nathan Schmay.
Fourth down.
Out there. Here comes the little handoff to tailback. He's got some running room, works up to about the 5-yard line. It's going to be a first down, so the Waterloo now has 4 chances and about 5 yards to stick it into the end zone for their first score of the night. Special teams kind of gave this one up, didn't they? For the long play.
Say that, yeah.
They gave Waterloo an opportunity to get into the end zone, but Panthers this time, number 69, Andy Batten, getting through there and sacking the quarterback. Backing the Waterloo Bulldogs up to about the 14-yard line. And the Panthers not going to give up this score easily as we have 1 minute and 58 seconds left in this quarter. Here's the replay. Watch Andy Batten on the right side. Comes right through there. There he is. And he sticks him for about a 4-yard loss. Back to live action. Jetters, the quarterback, looks for a quick pitch to the outside. And he picks up about 3 or 4 yards down to about the 5. 81 is a pretty big boy from the looks of him. His name is Justin Nason.
That's the 6'5", 270-pound tight end.
Yeah. So Jerseyville trying to run this quarter out and hold on to the lead. We got 1 minute 14 left. We have about 5 yards for a Waterloo touchdown.
I'm thinking we're going to get a stop right here.
Jetters moving the ball a little bit in the air. This time hands to his tailback, and he's met right at the 5-yard line. 23, number 63 for the Panthers gets up there. That's Billy Yates, Mark Angleton, and a host of other Panthers in there on the tackle. We've got 1st down and 5. Panthers looking for a red zone stop here after giving up the long run from the kickoff. And Coach Bidlack hustling out there to talk to his defense.
One of the plays I think a lot of teams like to use down here, I don't know, from what I've seen, is like play action pass and have your tight end roll out in the middle of the end zone. Being down 20 or 34-0, I wouldn't be surprised to see Waterloo do some sort of passing play instead of running the ball straight up the middle.
Yeah, with that big boy they got, you think they'd have a tight end dump or something where he could
6'5", he ought to be able to do that.
2-yard pass and let him fall 3 yards and then they're in.
Or throw it to him at the 1 and have him use his size to get in.
Nice crowd here this evening as we get a view of the Donald W. Snyder Memorial Stadium. A nice evening, not at all hot, not at all cold, just perfect for our football. Not too many jackets in the crowd tonight. Shirt sleeve weather and beautiful football weather. And we're ready to end up this 3rd quarter here with 28 seconds left as Coach Bidlack trots out. Has instructed his Panthers as to how to defend this 4th down. We've got 4th and about 5. They have to get into the end zone. Here's Wetters. He looks for the sharp pass to his tight end, and he's got it. And it's touchdown Waterloo. Who called that? Brown? You called it.
Or you could run that play, yeah.
Yeah, you called it. The other one, I mean, you said it was going to go to the tight end, didn't you?
Sure.
That was a good call. Chris, you're going to have... See, this guy's got experience on you.
Well, he's the only guy I've seen really catch the ball for any yardage tonight, so I figured...
And he was the big guy, and he's taller than everybody else, so you pass it to him, right?
There you go.
And so we're going to give up 6 points to the Bulldogs. They're going to go for 2. Erickson in the backfield. There's the quarterback. Pitch out to his tailback, number 23, Seibert, and he gets it. So we got an 8-34 ball game as this 3rd quarter winds down on the first MVC game of the 1999 season. Jerseyville with a record of 3-0, looking for their 4th victory. And it looks like they're pretty much in the driver's seat, though they just gave up a touchdown to the Bulldogs. It's pretty hard to hold any team scoreless.
Especially when you give them a turnover.
You give them that big run back down to that 20-yard line there. That was, I imagine we'll have a little bit better coverage here. We haven't, Brett's not up here. He always looks for the headhunters. So we'll see who gets this tackle.
Absolutely no wind here tonight. These flags haven't moved since I've been here anyway.
Just a great evening.
Kind of unusual.
The Bulldogs getting the ball placed on the X. There's the whistle, and we're going to have an onside kick here. And here it comes. It's 5-10 past the 10-yard line and fell on right at the 50-yard line. And who gets the credit? Number 59 for the Jerseyville Panthers, John Wimmersberg, falls on the ball. That was a pretty good onside kick, though. If he'd have missed it, they'd have had a chance.
Yep.
So the Jerseyville puts the ball in good field position on the 50-yard line. Hawkins into the ball game now to direct the Panthers. Setley and Bidlack at the tailback. Here's the pitch to Bidlack. He's looking for some running room on the outside. Cuts up the middle. Slips one tackle. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And brought down there. Brought down by Andy Martin, number 15 for the Bulldogs. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's going to do it for the third quarter.
We're going down to Beecham as this quarter ends, and back to live action. Thank you, Brett, for that plug. I didn't get to hear what he said. We can't hear that, but I imagine he's plugging his play, as I saw some of the cast members that it's in the play coming up. So anybody who wants tickets for that needs to call the high school, and I'm sure they'll fix you right up. On that first play from scrimmage, as the Panthers started this fourth quarter, we picked up about 9 yards. Hawkins still at the quarterback. Setley and Bidlack in the backfield. Here it goes to Bidlack. He's got some running room. He's around the outside. He's got one man to beat. He tries to slip that tackle, picks up a block, and fights his way up to the 10-yard line on a nice individual effort by Bidlack, and blocking in there by number 86, Todd Ringhausen. So the Jerseyville Panthers, while they gave up a score, marched right back down the field, and this has been one of their traits of not getting down. Here's the replay. Bidlack will come to this side. There's the handoff. And he will slip a couple of tackles.
Nice cutback.
Cuts back and then brought out of bounds. The ball is on the 13-yard line. Hawkins keeps the ball. He's looking around to the outside, trying to find somebody to pass to. Jumps up high and sneaks in between a couple of tacklers and gets up to about the 5 or 6 yard line. So the Jerseyville Panthers are ready to put the ball back into the end zone after being scored on, bring it right back. This has been one of their traits, hasn't it, Brian?
Yeah.
You know, give up a score, bring it right back, and stick it in the end zone.
I'd like to see Brent tuck that ball away a little better. I know he's got some big hands, but
yeah, he had it
jumping
a little bit high. That's a little dangerous, and I imagine the coaches will tell him about that.
Yep.
Wimmersberg now on the ball. He's waiting for Hawkins to give the signal. Hawkins is got the snap, head inside to Smay. Smay fights his way up to about the 2-yard line. And the Panthers will have third down and about 1 yard for the first down and about 3 yards for the touchdown. Out comes Smay.
Looks like Caleb Williams is warming up on the sideline for the Panthers.
Caleb Williams, what, sophomore?
Yeah, sophomore. Quarterback.
I'm sure he may be a quarterback down the line for the Panthers. He'll probably get some action here in this fourth quarter, especially if we're able to stick 6 on the board right here. Inside to Setley, and did he or didn't he?
I think he got down to about the
referee says no.
Looks like they got a spot about the 1 foot line down there.
One more of those, and it'll be 6 points for the Panthers. Into the ball game is number 86, Todd Ringhausen.
So you got a first down from the 1 foot line. That shouldn't be too hard to put in.
Will Hawkins keep the ball? One time on a touchdown, he went right in between the defenders. And this time he does keep it, sneaks around the outside, and nobody there to stop him. So Hawkins scores his second touchdown of this second half and puts the Panthers up 40-8. We'll have the extra point, and now I think we'll start to see some new ball players.
Hawkins has got 3 rushing touchdowns for this game and 1 throwing.
So the Jerseyville Panther coaching staff has to be pleased with his performance here this evening. And the kick by Claywell is up and good. And he hasn't missed one yet tonight. So the Jerseyville Panthers 42-8, 9:48 left in the fourth quarter. Waterloo probably is the youngest team in the conference. I don't know about Triad. I haven't heard anything about them this year, how they're faring. Have you heard anything about Triad, what their record is?
No, I haven't.
I know we got Mascoutah coming in next week, and Mount Vernon beat them pretty handily in the first week of the season. But you never know. They may have improved.
Mascoutah
we have.
Has some speedsters more than likely.
Mosquito always has that passing game they usually throw at you.
I believe they have a new coach down there, don't they?
I'm not sure,
I think
but
they do.
they
this
always
year
have
a
some
new
good
coach.
athletes.
They usually have some quick backs.
Their basketball team's usually always pretty good.
Yes, very good. They've won the conference past 2 or 3 years at least.
Adam Welch is going to do the kicking. His hand is up. There's the whistle. He strides 4 times. He kicks. It's kind of low on the ground. Picked up there at the 30-yard line. Waterloo Bulldog looking for some running room. Get back up to about the 40-yard line where Waterloo will try to get another few points. There's Howard Lee White. We don't have a picture of him, but he's the striding off the side there. We'll have to get his name on the air. He was like a flash out there, wasn't he? Got that hard hat on in case somebody
looks like
tackles him.
He's got to wax that thing up before every season, don't you think? Probably every game.
It's kind of glaring up
Shining.
here. You know, it's shiny. Talking to Frank Yoakum down there. Those are Brain Trust.
Intercepted
by number 23.
He's got good speed.
He gets down to the 20-yard line. So
Mark did a good job of reading that. They were trying to hit the big tight end, and he stepped right in front of him. And Mark's got good speed. I thought he might take that all the way.
Mark, was he the defender on that last touchdown? He said that no more of that. So he steps in there and picks it up. And Jerseyville. You didn't get that play?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got over to Howard there. Well,
I'll tell you what, Mark Anglin made a good play on there.
Mark Anglin?
I was told from Mark that if I got a chance, I might say his name a couple times, and we just did.
Yeah, we did. He did he's played a good ball game. Chris Van Alsdahl now in the ball game on the near side.
Watkins is in.
As a receiver. Watkins, number 5, the quarterback.
I think at this point you probably won't see him throw the ball, do you
getting
think?
a little action and trying to lumber up that shoulder just a little bit. He needs to get a few plays as he missed the last game, and he needs to get the feel of the game where he's not going to get that shoulder injured again.
You don't want to have him take a shot here. That would...
No, we definitely don't want that. Ben Bishop in the backfield along with Derek Woolsey as Jake Watkins is hit right at the line of scrimmage there. I think maybe number 5, no, Jacob still got the ball. They stopped.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. Maybe we faked out the referee. He had me faked out. I thought he handed off.
I thought Woolsey had the ball that
time. They stopped the play, and Jake was almost in the end zone. I believe there was a premature whistle there. So Jake said, hey, wait a minute, I still got the ball. He was still on his feet. Van Alsdahl to the near side. The handoff goes to number 46, Bishop. And Ben got drilled in the backfield there. That had to hurt.
I think so. That looked like that might be a little painful.
Yeah, we got some new ball players going. We'll get some names for you here.
You're going to see Claywell try at his leg here on a field goal.
Number 76 is a lineman in there, Seth Keno. Let's see who the center is, number 71.
Luke Callow.
Big Luke is going to center. And we're into a field goal try. It's up, and it is.
Looks good.
Good. That kick from about, the 27, 28-yard line? 30-yard line. Nice 40-yard kick there by, maybe we better get him to kick into that pickup, do you think?
Yeah.
I think if I
would have landed.
Kick, I want somebody that, like Claywell or somebody can kick that ball.
Got one?
Claywell or Welch pull them out of there and have them kick the extra point for you. Kick in the back of the truck.
It's Jerseyville 44-8. Here's the replay.
That's a 40-yard field goal.
From the 30, and boom. They say good.
It was a good
3 points.
It's a good job there by Jonathan Ward, the holder. He looked like snap might have been a little bit high, and he brought it down.
That's good. Good point. That kicker's nothing without that good holder, is he?
Or the good center.
Yes.
Turn those laces straight.
Here comes the kick from Welch. It's on the ground. It's going to bounce. It bounces to number 15, Martin, for the Bulldogs, and he gets up to about the 38-yard line. And Waterloo is going to put the ball in play with 7:33 left in this fourth quarter. Jerseyville on top. Kevin Hughes in the ball game. Chris Greeley, number 51, in the ball game on the line there. You guys pick up some other new ball players for us. Why, tell us who they are. Handoff goes from Wetters to his tailback, and he picks up about 3. Ball's up to about the 42, 43-yard line.
Looks like Jonathan Ward's in the ball game at defensive back.
Number?
25.
25.
And I think Madsen usually doesn't play defensive back, does he? I see him.
He's been at no, Chartle's been playing at the safety, hasn't he?
Okay. Yeah.
We got second down and about 6.
We tell you and you tell him.
Handoff, inside handoff, and Rupp. Number 51 and number 67.
Danny Updike and Chris Greeling now on the tackle.
Nailed him right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third down for the Waterloo Bulldogs as number 72 walks into the game for the Panthers. Ryan Parker, and the middle linebacker, the starting linebacker for the Jerseyville Panthers, the man
like Ben
Updike.
Bishop's back there too.
Danny Updike getting patted there by Coach Braden for doing an outstanding job this evening. Played a heck of a ball game for the Jerseyville Panthers. We've got a passing situation. Wetters is back. He gets it away. He had a lot of pressure on him.
Intercepted.
By number 45 for the Panthers, Quinn Chartle. And Jerseyville Panthers dominating in the backfield here now as the Waterloo Bulldogs are forced into passing action. Jerseyville is going to put it in play on about the 43-yard line. So Jerseyville not giving up any action. See the pressure there. I don't know who exactly put the main pressure on him, but Chartle picked it up. Who was the first one to get to that quarterback? Did you see?
Like Watkins is under center again.
And Alsdahl to the near side. Bishop in the backfield. Watkins, the varsity quarterback, is looking for the option. He brings it out to Bishop. Bishop looks around to the outside. He's got some running room, crosses midfield, and he's up with a first down at the 45-yard line where he's forced out of bounds.
I don't know about you, Roger, but I like the way Jake leads the team. He has, I don't know, just something about him. He has that kind of that confidence when he goes into the huddle. It's just something I see about him.
A little different style. Jake did a nice job on the option there. A little more experienced at that position than Hawkins is, but it's nice to have somebody that can fill in.
Especially Hawkins caliber.
Yeah, that's, you got 3 quarterbacks, and Joey Calla did an outstanding job in the game that he played. And this time the ball goes to number 34, and he almost breaks it. Caleb Good, and we've got some young Panthers in there now running the ball, and they're moving the ball. Of course, we got the veteran Watkins at the quarterback helm, loosening his arm up a little bit. Ringhausen, number 86. Oh, yeah. Watkins with the lone tailback. It goes to a pitch to number 16 for the Panthers, Dustin Sievers. And he picks up about 3 or 4 yards to the right side, and he's up to about the 26-yard line. It's going to be second down. Sievers out of the ball game now, and John Perdun into the ball game. He'll be in the backfield. Along with, was that Bruce Ferris, number 20? Jake Watkins, the veteran. He pitches out to Perdun. Perdun fumbles it a little bit. He got around the outside. He's got some speed. He's got a hole, and he picks up the first down.
Perdun has a quick first step there when got the ball pitched to him.
John showed some speed on that, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he burned it right out of there.
This is kind of nice to see the future Panthers guys will be playing next year, the year after that.
37 in the ball game, Chris Van Alsdahl. He's to the near side. Strong tied to the right side. Watkins to the handoff to number 34. He is up to the 5-yard line, and that's Caleb Good, again the ball carrier. He gets up to about the 5-yard line. It's going to be a first and goal in the red zone now for the Jerseyville Panthers. Panthers looking to increase their lead to 50-8 in a blowout here in Mississippi Valley action.
I thought Caleb might have a touchdown there. I didn't see that defensive player grab his ankle, but I was kind of hoping for that.
Number 65, Neil Custer in the ball game now. Matt Jellick on the far side. Watkins stays at the quarterback. Verdun in the backfield. This handoff goes to Verdun, and not a person touched him as he barreled right up to the middle. And Jerseyville goes up 50-8.
It's officially a rout now, isn't it?
I think it's a rout.
I think it was at halftime, wasn't it?
Yep. Jerseyville Panthers just way too strong for the younger Waterloo team. We're going for the extra point. Is that Claywell?
Yep.
And here's down and right through the middle.
He's looked solid tonight.
Now,
off to the
how
right.
come I can't see that?
Off to the right.
You didn't call it, did you? You thought it was good too, didn't you, Bob? Huh?
I saw him hit himself in the helmet. I knew that he had missed.
So you were watching the kicker. It's hard to see from up here. It's the replay, and John Perdun gets right in, number 21 for the Panthers.
Pat hits from 40 yards, and then he comes up for that extra point. He's just too close.
Too close. So you watch him and see if he hits his helmet, it's no good, okay? I'm going to have to do that because I guess my depth perception is not as good as it used to be.
Watch the body language of the kicker, and that'll tell you whether or not
You
it's
were
good.
the kicker, weren't you, when you were in high?
No,
you
never.
didn't kick the extra points?
Yeah.
You did. I remember that. I think you missed a couple, didn't you?
Few.
Yeah.
My
Well, you
share.
can't hit every one.
That's right.
Yeah. Adam Welch now ready to kick again. Seems like I've said his name several times here on kickoffs as the ball gets by the deep receiver for the Muscooda Bulldogs. He finally picks it up, and wham, he is hit there about the 12-yard line, picked up by the Jerseyville Panthers. Setley. Was that Setley? No.
Ben Bishop, I think.
Was it Bishop?
Looks like he picked it up.
46. 56. I thought it was 46.
I thought it was too.
Ryan Rawson. Ryan Rawson, good to see him get a touchdown.
It's one of my
Bishop. I thought it was 46. I wouldn't argue with my director back here. Down, Claywell's up. It's good.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the goalpost that time. I just looked at the kicker.
See that? He kicked it. He reached down, got his tee, getting ready.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
It's like a golfer hitting a good drive. You know it's down the middle. You reach down, get your tee. You don't need to
it's
see
easy,
it land,
isn't it? Here it is. There's the little miscue by the Muscooda Bulldog. And hard to tell who stripped the ball, but it was picked up at an easy touch there by Ben Bishop. So Bishop's getting quite a bit of action tonight.
Now it's really a rout.
And Jerseyville, even with the younger ball players, are going against the fatigued Muscooda. I'm a week ahead. I'm already into homecoming time. I'm ready to go. 3:09 left in this ball game. Brian's got it. And the kickoff. Oh, number 43 onto the outside and finally tackled there about the 48-yard line. Ian Patrick for the Bulldogs picks up a nice gain on the kickoff there.
We can get some of these numbers here. We got
Howard Lee is going to be tired running in and out of this game.
He's getting his exercise tonight, isn't he?
Lots of exercise. How many kickoffs have we had?
Seth Keenel's in there, Kevin Hughes, 35 goes in. That's Ben Funk.
Ben Funk's in the game. All right, Ben.
He's got a real mismatch. Ben's on the
Ben Bishop. Number 55 for the Jerseyville Panthers. Kevin Hughes stepping up and making a big play there for the Panthers. Stopping number 12, Chris Erickson, for about a 3-yard gain.
Ben Funk, 5'7", 135, matched up on 6'5", 270.
That might be a mismatch, but that wouldn't bother Ben any. He says, how big?
The bigger they are, the harder they
yeah,
fall,
that's right? It doesn't bother him. Jonathan Ward, number 25, as a defensive back on the near side. Wetter's back to throw. He's going long, nobody there, and it's overthrown.
Good coverage by Jonathan Ward out there.
Number
also
8.
On that play was Ben Heitzig.
Wasn't much of a receiver out there as the Jerseyville Panthers stuck some pressure on the quarterback.
Ryan McNally comes out of the game.
Logan Dunham, number 33, in the ball game. He's a defensive back. Trotting in is number 81 for the Jerseyville Panthers, Kyle Getton. Another Getton to play football for the Jerseyville Panthers. He's at the middle linebacker. He'd like to get a stick here. 3rd down and about 9. Deep pass is going to be picked off by number 33 for the Panthers, Logan Dunham. He got into the ball game and picked it up, got a flag, but the Panthers are going to get the ball. Logan Dunham, that's pretty good when you get right in the game and catch that ball. That's got to make you happy. That'll make you go out next year. Logan Dunham gets his star on his helmet for a picked off pass.
It's got to feel good to come in there and contribute.
We had a flag, probably a hold or a clip on the Panthers. We'll see what the officials do with it.
Logan Dunham playing football in the fall, tennis in the spring.
Yeah, all-around athlete. The referee talks to number 12 as the new Jerseyville offense gets itself lined up. It's kind of a difficult task to try to get all these players in the right spot and get them to working together. Let's see who the quarterback is. They may go with a younger quarterback now. Brent Hawkins did an excellent job. And then Jake Watkins, the veteran, comes in and gets a little action, trying to get him loosened up and back into the feel of things, getting him ready for action in the next coming weeks. We got 9 seconds left, and it looks like this game is going to be winding down with a 57-8 victory. Panthers go 4-0. Waterloo goes 0-4. And the Jerseyville Panthers go out to congratulate each other on a well-played game, a good victory for the Panthers to start the 1999 Mississippi Valley Conference. Send her down there.
It felt great.
With that,
It felt great. It's just.
The reception you had was pretty big in the ball game. Could you explain a little bit on that?
Well, I just did what the coaches told me to do and got the good break on it.
Now I'm here with Umed.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to Umed. Chris, you and I are gonna do this, but Umed's in my drama class. Umed, how'd it feel to get out there and bust some heads tonight?
I'm happy that I played, and I'm impressed. We won.
All right, Umed. All right, Chris, I'm gonna turn it back over to you.
Go ahead. Eddie, you played great today on the defensive line, and could you explain what? Oh, could you just explain what happened, like when you guys were pushing away the Waterloo defensive line?
Well, their line was they didn't focus that well. They would focus more on a guy. They were kind of dirty players, but hey, you just got to work past it. And we pushed them back. They were kind of weak, but we worked it through.
Cool. Jake Wolford, you played great on the offensive line tonight. What were some of the things that you do to try to get off your blocks and help out the running backs?
Main thing I focus on is getting off the ball, because if you don't beat the guy across from you off the ball, you're not going to get the first hit. And if you don't get the first hit, you're going to get beat. And the option what's the word I'm thinking of here? The whole thing you want to do is to hit and not get hit. So if you don't get off the ball, you get hit. And if you get off the ball, you hit.
And now we'll go down to Brent Hawkins. Brent, you played a great job at quarterback tonight. You ran the option really well. You ran the ball really well. You look like you had a really good job throwing. Just explain a little bit how you felt tonight starting at quarterback.
Got 3 words. Oh, my God. This was a rush. This was a rush. I mean, you know, our game plan is to give it to Lance, but, you know, that worked out great, you know, and the passing is kind of off, but, you know, I think next game we'll do better. Well, we won. We won.
Great job, Brent. Now, Pat Claywell, you did a great job kicking tonight. Look how you had, 4 for 4 on PATs, and you had that 40-yard field goal?
Yeah. I just did what I was supposed to do, put the ball through the uprights.
Yeah, that's pretty much the job of the kicker. All right, now we're going to Todd Ringhausen. Todd, you had great, 5 catches tonight, 6 catches? Yes. You did a really good job catching the ball for Brent, and could you explain how you got around, most of the defenders for the cornerbacks for the Waterloo?
I just picked a side and I just went wherever it was open to run. I got through it and scored, and I got some yards off of it. That's basically it.
And now we're down here with Quinn Shortle. Quinn, you played a really good game at defensive back. You had a bunch of tackles and that 1 interception at the end of the game. What were some of the things you tried to do to stop their run? That was pretty much all they did.
Well, they came out in that unbalance. Took us a while to get adjusted to it. Once we did, you know, I didn't have to do anything anymore. Front 5 showed what they could do, and I was pretty much free then, so I was ready to fill.
Oh, Lance. Oh, how could we forget Lance? Lance, you did a really good job tonight running the ball. Your offensive line obviously helped you out making holes, and you had that 1 touchdown catch. Could you explain on what you had to do? And
well, it's basically just called a bid-like flare. That's what we called it. I just land up in trips. He's just know me as like a short little wheel out to the side, and I have to use my speed to get around the outside and go for a touchdown. And all the wide receivers have to block, and I just run around them.
Yeah. Also on, seemed like you had a lot of open rushing plays, like pitch outs and stuff. Could that just because the linebackers were a little bit slower, or the offensive line was getting out there and getting their block?
Combination of both, actually. They just want to use me to basically to get around outside and see how many yards I can get. I mean, yeah, their linebackers, they had 1 stud linebacker, number 23. He was pretty good. I mean, their whole team was pretty good. They're hard-nosed kids.
Well, good job, Lance. And now we'll go back up to Roger.